It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The brilliant reports podcast.
Yeah, you were saying, what was it? Out of sight, out of mind, or whatever the fuck it is. Like how Biden's basically, it looks as if his strategy is just to not say anything bad until he gets to the election, and then hopefully
he's trying to quiet game his way into the White House.
Right.
It's like the quiet place. Don't say anything. You won't get killed.
Yeah.
Be quiet. Shh.
Yeah. So I think we were having this conversation yesterday, but it's really interesting. Like, you know how they said, Trump or people who voted for Trump were like, he's such a great businessman. He'll do great with the country. Right. You heard that argument?
Yep.
The problem with that is that he's running the country like a business. And when you're a business, you only satisfy the people that consume the content or services of your business, right? The vegan restaurant does not care to satisfy the steak lover. It does not care to satisfy the person who eats ribs. And the steakhouse does not care to satisfy the vegan, right? You have your constituents and you satisfy them, right? Uber does not care to satisfy people who like to ride bicycles all day. That's not for them. So the thing what's happening with politics is Trump has become this amazing president to the people that fuck with him. Like, they love him more than anything. Trump supporters, I've never seen anybody love Trump or a president as much as Trump supporters love Trump. I don't even think...
I know why that is.
You tell me this. You tell me if I'm wrong. Do you think it's fair to say that Trump supporters love Trump more than black people loved Obama?
That's a good question. At the time, I'm not sure. Black people loved Obama at the time. You didn't see a lot of pushback. Well, yeah, you didn't see a lot of pushback on Obama until after he got out of the White House. And when he was in the White House, it was people that were pushing back on him. Like you had brothers like Cornel West and Tavis Smiley was doing what they were supposed to be doing, actually, which is taking the president to task, right? The president has to answer to his constituents, but black people loved him some Obama, bro.
So here's the thing. This is the only reason why I bring that up and I ask that question. Because I believe Obama wanted to be the president of the United States of America. He didn't want to be the president of his supporters. And I think Trump has no interest in being the president of the United States of America. He is operating no different than he would operate with a business, which is, I'm here to support the motherfuckers who support me. So if they like this shit, that's what I'm going to give them. Whereas Obama, I think specifically throughout his presidency, wanted to make sure he wasn't just black people's president, that he was the president for everyone. Now,
absolutely,
a lot of Republicans might give pushback on that, be like, oh, he didn't reach across the aisle enough, this, that, the other. Okay, I'm sure there's going to be pushback. And yes, he was satisfying the Democratic base more than Republican base, of course, because that's where his values lie. But it is a really interesting way to look at politics and where Biden might be failing, because Biden currently does not have a base that he is satisfying, and he is not feeding them anything. He's just kind of like existing as not Trump.
It's
right?
Disgusting.
And the problem with that is if Trump has turned politics into business, there's no such business as I'm not that business.
Yeah, you can't just open up a restaurant, bro. What's in there?
What's in there, dog? Tell us the food.
If I got a Chick-fil-A on the corner and then there's just this building, it's just a sign. It's just a building. You don't know signs. You don't know what's coming out of there, but somebody's telling me that's a restaurant. Guess what I'm going to go do? I'm going with what I know, baby.
There we go.
That number one with cheese. Okay? All right, I'm going to get that chicken sandwich with cheese. And I'm going to tell you something else. You're absolutely right. Not only does Trump cater to one base, Trump gave his base a name. That's a team. MAGA's a gang, baby.
Branding.
Make America great again. Yo, people can say what they want. Probably the greatest brand in presidential history.
And it ain't even his. It's Reagan's.
It's Reagan's. Yeah, but Reagan ain't put that shit on a red hat, though.
Still.
You know what I'm saying? Reagan ain't put that shit on a red hat, and Reagan didn't give that shit a name. Make America great again. MAGA.
Yeah.
First of all, you know how you know that shit was hot? It's hot because rappers duplicate it. Make America trap again. Make the hood great again.
Yeah.
You know, make crack sell again. Like everybody comes up with these different ways to flip it and bounce it. That's
Yeah.
when you know you got some dope shit. Say what you want. If it wasn't racist, if it wasn't bigoted, his campaign team would have won that award. They gave Obama an award for the hope we can believe in.
Yeah.
MAGA would have got that award if it wasn't tied to racism and bigotry. Easily.
So then it goes into the discussion as to why he doesn't seem to care to satisfy anybody that's not his base, right? And why he's leaning into satisfying his base, right? So if his base, I'm not saying everybody who votes Trump is a racist. I'm not saying that at all. But if there are people that are racist, that do vote for Trump, he's not going to alienate them because remember, he's a business that has to satisfy the customers of his business. So if you sell steak and some people like tri-tip, you're going to keep having tri-tip. Even if you don't like making tri-tip, you're going to keep having it. And that's the problem.
Tri-tip?
Yeah, what is
I think this, isn't that like the little pieces of steak or something like that?
You said that shit, and I thought somebody tried to swing on T.I. I was like, what the fuck is tri-tip?
He said tri-tip.
You know, I guess sirloin or whatever the fuck. Who knows? I guess what I'm trying to say is like that. He's treating this so much like a business that he is satisfying everybody that's willing to and pandering to everybody who's willing to support him.
Yeah.
And it's a weird way to look at politics because politics is not supposed to be that. We're not supposed to look at politics as a business because it is your responsibility as the president to be the president of all the people in the country. Even if you ran on your platform to get there, you still have to consider half the people that are in the country that do not like those things.
Yeah,
and I think it's important to consider them and kind of like be malleable in your beliefs a bit.
Donald Trump super serves his audience. That's what he does. He super serves his audience. And listen, you're supposed to be the president of all people. And even if you're not the president of all people, at least fake like you are.
Yo, so here's the thing. And I really think this. I think that the legacy of presidents that only satisfy their base is far more intact than the legacy of presidents that try to satisfy everyone. For example, Obama, his legacy has taken a bit of a hit after he's been out of office. Bill Clinton's legacy taken a hit after he's been out of office. Reagan, who literally only considered, and I'm not the most, adept when it comes to, politics back in the day, but it seems like Reagan only considered his constituents. You could say he flooded the hood with drugs, and you could say that he brought a level of conservatism that was, not very admired by the left. This guy's a hero to the right to this day. People literally say, I'm a Reagan conservative, I'm a Reagan Republican, whatever it is. So I wonder if for your legacy, it's better to say, fuck the haters.
The only reason I think Barack, Bill, and even George Bush, their legacies were altered because George Bush's legacy was altered in a good way. The only reason I think their legacies were altered is because Donald Trump showed how much power you have as a president. And because Donald Trump is doing what you said, which is super serving his people and making sure his people are good and his people are straight, it makes the people who supported Obama say to Obama, why couldn't you do that for us? Or it makes the people who supported Bill Clinton say, why couldn't you do that for us? And then on the flip side, you still have the people on the right who have been speaking out against Obama, who've been speaking out against the Clintons. So when you have both sides that have something negative to say about you, it does put a little dent on your legacy. Not so much the people who've been against you, but the people who were for you.
Right.
People say, hey, why didn't Obama do more for black people? You know what I'm saying? Like when you see these brothers and sisters who support Donald Trump and they say Donald Trump has done more for black people than Obama did. Yeah, that's a little stain on the legacy a little bit. Donald Trump got the First Step Act done, even though it's not like Barack Obama wasn't trying to push, prison reform or criminal justice reform. It just kept getting pushed back on. Trump was able to get it passed, right? So it's just little things like that where the legacy gets tainted. And somebody like George Bush, his legacy gets better because for the people who hated Bush but think Trump is the worst ever, they're like, bring George back. At least anything will be better than what we have.
Right.
Only because even if you didn't like George Bush, your sense of normalcy was not affected. America got a routine. We've been out of our routine the past 5 months. So
why doesn't Biden run on that? Run on bring back normal. Run on bring back the routine. I mean, you can find a sexier way to say it, but if you know what the people miss, and I'm not speaking of Biden, I'm speaking to his like campaign managers, etc. If you know what the people miss, run on what they fucking miss. Like, no bullshit. Biden should run on Make America Great Again.
It's got to be a combination.
That should be his message.
Yo, that's a good point, because Donald Trump has a commercial running now that says you're not safe in a Joe Biden America.
Yeah.
But all of the footage that they're showing is from the past few months.
Ah!
This is Trump's America. So if I'm Biden, I take you back to how life looked under Obama. I take you back to how life looked under, those past 8 years. And I said, let's make America great again. Or, I don't know, make America Barack again. I don't fucking know. Who the hell knows? It's something. Let's take it back to when life was quote unquote normal. Because our sense of normalcy has been all the way disrupted.
That's the thing.
We've never been in this position, America. Ever.
Yeah, it's
not since I've been alive.
Al, what were you saying?
Nah, the only problem with that messaging, though, is people on both sides have a distrust for the government. Yeah. So if you try to give them the notion that we're going to go back to status quo, that's not a message people are willing to get behind, I don't think.
I agree with you, but I'm going to tell you something, man.
That's a good point.
A few more months of this shit, motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Be like, man, give me the goddamn status quo. You're not even waiting on the line too long. You're not even waiting on the line too long, and you want one thing. Yeah. You're at that Jamaican spot. They tell you they don't got oxtail for the seventh time. Just give me the goddamn jerk chicken. Yeah. Seriously.